In this video tutorial, we are going to discuss about method overloading feature of Java. So, which is otherwise known as polymorphism. Which is otherwise known as polymorphism. Poly means more, morphic means form. So, more form of a function is known as method overloading or polymorphism. Fine. So, let us have a look on the pseudocode. How can we overload a method in Java? So, let me write a pseudocode over here. Test sudo. Okay. So, class test data. I'm just creating a random class called test data. Now, in this class, I am creating one method called test my data set. This is a method, and this method you can I'll just keep the method as public void, no return type method, and inside the method let me keep the method definition as sysout. As it is a pseudocode, I am using shortcut. We are in test my data set 1. So, this is the definition of the method. So, once the method will get called, it should execute, it should display the statement which is there in print method. Now, let me create one more method with the same name. As we are trying to overload the method, overloading the method means the same method can be used for different purpose by providing different definitions and different parameters inside it. So, first method is having no parameter. Second method, I will pass one integer parameter. Let me say integer st equal to okay. So, let me say sysout. I don't want to complicate it more because it is a pseudocode. So, I will just write we are in test data set 1 method. This is the second method. I will just represent one more method with the same name and increase the number of parameters. Now, see, this is the same name. Now, I will do one thing. I will use double number 2, and here I will make it as 2, thus I will make it as 1, thus I will make it as 0, just to index the statement and to understand each and every methods are working properly. Now, my method definitions are done. Let us analyze once again. The name of each and every methods are same. What is the name of the method? Test my data set. This method name is also test my data set, and the third method name is also test my data set. How it will differentiate between one method to another method? though the return type and the access specifiers are same. By that is the reason, to discriminate between one to another, we are providing different parameters. In the first block, the method doesn't have any parameter. In the second block, the method is having a single parameter. In the third block, the method is having two parameters. So this is what known as method overloading. How can we access the method? Let me create a main class, main 1. Let me just say main 1. Here main method we need to specify. I am not writing as I am considering it as pseudocode again. Now test data must be instantiated over here, because unless until I will instantiate, I may not able to call the class member. So obj equal to new test data. Now by using this object, I can call each and every method. So let me just call the first method. One is test my data set without any parameter. Second one is obj dot test my data set with a single integer. Third one is obj dot that same object dot test my data set with two different parameters. So what are all the parameters? One is number, another one is double. So 11.7. Yes. So all the three methods got called over here. So once I will execute the code, what will be the output? It will see the first, when we are calling the method without parameter, the first block of code will get executed. So which is the method without parameter? This is the block. So the output will be we are in test data set 0. So this is what the output. This is for the mere understanding. Again we will execute it in Eclipse and to understand it better. So this is what the output. Then the next method call is with a single parameter. So it will search for the definition with single parameter. Now the output is fine. So now this is the output for the second method call. Third method call output will again go to the method having two parameters and it will retrieve the output like this. So this is what known as method overloading or polymorphism, where we are keeping the method name as same and passing different parameters to differentiate between each and every definitions available in the same code or same class. So let us get into Eclipse to understand it better. I am going for the same project, Core Java project 1. Let me create a class. Let's say method overload demo, and let me make it as a main class. I don't want this statement. Let's say I'll create another one class, overload test. This is what another one class, where I will create few methods. Public void test my data set. This is without parameter. So this method is without any parameters. That is what I defined in the print statement. Now let me overload by using, let me overload by using different parameters again. Let's say this is integer num, and say this method is with single parameter type integer. So this is what the output of this method when it will get called. Now let me create another one method, increase the parameter, and let us change this method is with 2 parameters of type integer and double. Yes, so now what we can do is we will just go to main method. I want to implement all these methods. I want to call all these methods. All these methods are the class members of overload test. Now I need to create an instance for overload test. OLT equal to new overload test. Yes, now dot. So I can able to see test my data set without any parameter, then dot test my data set with integer. When I am calling, I need to pass the value. Now OLT dot test my data set with 2 parameters. So let me pass the values. One is double. Yes, so this is the way we can overload the method. The same method can behave differently by passing number of parameters within it. This is known as method overloading or polymorphism. So let us execute to see the output. Yes, so all the 3 method blocks has been executed over here. You can see the method without parameter has been executed, the method with a single parameter has been executed, and the method with double parameters has been executed, and all the 3 method names are similar. I hope it is clear for everyone. Thank you for watching this video.